Welcome back to Take a Pitch. Repping the Jets, baby.
Please don't. Just make it end.
Jets, 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 Jets. Nah, dude, they played the Patriots. That's what it was. It was a Patriots game. That's what it was.
Soul to the devil.
That's
Soul to the devil.
that's what it was. Robert Kraft has he must have over 100 hours of footage of Roger Goodell doing some fucking NSFW fucking
They got
stuff.
tuggies together.
Uh,
They got
it,
tuggies together.
it
Let's
has
be
to be
real.
more than tuggies because this dude, the amount of plays that I have seen, just from Steelers, from in Steelers the Patriots games, that the Patriots have stolen plays and gotten the call when there was no call, or they've gotten the call, or like didn't get the call when they were doing something, is outstanding. But anyway, this is not about football. This is about baseball. Even though it is the off season, we are here. We are kind of happy. We are kind of healthy. So, with that being said,
Key word there is kinda.
Thanksgiving is just a couple of days away.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Definitely I'm sticking at home.
Yeah.
We tend to host. Yeah, I was gonna go to Maryland. Would have loved to have gone down there, but my brother couldn't get the couldn't get Black Friday off from work. So
Mm.
gotta stick it out, I guess. And stay around here where everything is more expensive from Black Friday, even though it's cheaper than it
Hey,
normally is.
you know what? It's
I'm a Cyber Monday guy anyway, myself.
but you're you're not gonna you're not gonna be sitting in any traffic, so you get to stay home,
Could have gotten a lot of work done though.
less
Could have
stress.
gotten a ton of work done.
So
Uh, you know,
yeah,
eh, it's not stressful always. Just I don't know. I like going down. I haven't been down there in a while.
yeah.
It's nice to see the family.
All right.
But we'll stay
Not
home.
bad.
My grandfather's gonna come by and
Oh, very nice.
watch some football, eat some food.
Very
Enjoy it.
good.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I think I'm going to my grandparents. Pretty sure.
There you go.
So
There you go.
yeah,
Not bad.
same thing.
Well, with Thanksgiving being this week, what are you thankful for?
Hmm. In real life,
What other life you thinking?
I was thinking maybe in baseball, but
Well, let's get both. Let's get both. What are you thankful for?
all right. Which one first though?
Give me three baseball things.
Three baseball things. My favorite team, the Mets, are actually contenders and are going to be consistent contenders and buyers, spenders, all the above.
They're acting
Been,
like a big market team finally. Yeah.
been waiting my entire life for this. I mean, they did it in the mid 2000s when I started really, became a super fan. Lost that for a decade, and a tough decade. And then
Oh yeah.
there was another another tough 5 years after that. But yeah, thankful for that. Thankful for the Mets. Thankful. Um, what's another one? I don't have. I have one more. I can't think of anything else after this, but I'll
All right.
give you
What
one out.
you
One
got?
other. Just the beauty of the sport and the immense talent that we are seeing right now. I mean, this is by far the most densely talented time in baseball ever. I mean, you look at every team, they have
Yeah, the
it's
amount of
like
talent, top to bottom.
it's like every team has a superstar shortstop. Like how the hell are we going to make a
Yeah,
top 10 shortstops list, you know? So,
this year's gonna be fun.
yeah, I
All right.
can't
What
wait.
about, what about outside of baseball? What are you thankful for?
Outside of baseball, loved ones, friends, family, girlfriend. Um
Wow. First shout out for her on the pod.
No,
I think so.
no,
I think it might be her first shout out on
no,
the pod. Yeah, I think so.
no. It's not. I know for a fact it's
No.
not.
All
I know for a fact that I have
right.
talked about my girlfriend prior. Um,
All right. It's the first one I remember.
well, I mean, it'd be a very random thing to remember, so can't say I blame you.
Well, that's why I haven't. That's because, yeah, exactly.
Um,
Anyway, what else you got?
Relatively healthy. Um, and
They're both about to cough.
yeah, and let's see. I guess living in the USA.
An answer as old as time.
Freedom, baby. Creed Bratton said it best. I already won the lottery,
There you
baby.
go.
I was born in the US of A.
Oh, I thought it was what was no, I thought it was the boobity. You were gonna go Creed
What?
Bratton with his whiteboard. His
Oh,
whiteboard, the boobity or whatever it is.
Bo Body, Bo Body.
Bo body. Oh, it's
All right.
Halloween.
So,
What a coincidence.
so, um, what, give yours. What do you think for baseball first?
Baseball was
All
sorry,
right.
let's start with baseball. I mean, you hit it on the head with the Mets being contenders and actually acting like they want to play baseball and compete.
Mhm.
Um, so therefore, I'm thankful for Steve Cohen
Yep.
owning the Mets and treating it like they should be run.
Hmm.
Um, I'm thankful I was able to get to as many games this year as I did. I got season tickets for the first time in my life, and I was able to enjoy it.
Hmm.
Well, most of it. Um, saw too many Chris Bassett starts. You know, big Chris Bassett guy.
How many did you see? Eight,
Uh,
nine,
eight,
eight.
eight Chris Bassett starts. Yeah. So I'm thankful for the ability to have season tickets and the convenience of being able to go to these games and watch the abundance of talent, as you mentioned.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm thankful for being right about Jeff McNeil. Um, people have
Interesting
written
one.
him off. People have written him off. Jeff McNeil plays the game the right way, and I love watching him play the game of baseball. I'll give you a bonus one.
Okay.
Thankful for Shohei Ohtani. Now, I am not like Ben Verlander.
I was gonna say I'm thankful for Ben Verlander, baby.
I am not like Ben Verlander, but I think Shohei Ohtani brings something just as youthful joy, a pure joy to the game
Yes.
that we haven't seen in really that long of a time because he's not one to get angry. He doesn't let his ego get in the way. It's just a pure love of the game.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I'll go Shohei Ohtani as a bonus one.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah. Helps me bridge the gap between a friend of mine and I there. But
Who's your friend, Ben Verlander?
no,
Oh, why not?
I'm not a friend. I actually despise Ben Verlander. I am not thankful for him. Thankful for Justin Verlander, which is
Yeah.
not Ben Verlander.
All right. So give
But
me three real life. Thanks.
friends, family, those who supported the podcast. Thankful for everyone who supports the podcast. Um, hmm. I'm trying to not be materialistic here.
Why were you
Like
gonna say?
the things that I have, like got my car on the road finally. Thankful for that, but trying not to
No, that
kind of go that
works.
route.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's materialistic. I mean, you've
No,
been waiting a long time for that, so why not? Yeah, be
old
thankful.
shitbox. Shout out to shitbox. All right, so thankful for being able to put my car on the road and being able to enjoy this this life that I've built for myself, and I'm always changing, and just the ability to take a step back and reflect and look around and realize how far I've come and where I've at. I guess thankful for reflection.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was thankful for the the ever, the everlasting glow of the future kind of thing, of the
Ooh,
optimistic of
you're getting deep here, huh?
no, but the possibilities of the future,
Ooh.
like they,
Been a
they,
slow off season, hasn't it?
you got to be positive. You got to be positive, and
No,
that
yeah.
is
I'm trying to shift my mindset in that, but being a Mets fan does not help that.
it should now. I
Um,
mean, I
Hope so.
understand. I trust me, I understand. Team gives me fucking palpitations like nobody else. But in hindsight, like next year, of course, I'm still gonna get angry about shitty, stupid losses. Everyone does. Everyone's going to. But next year,
Right, exactly.
I want to try and you know just appreciate the
See
Mets a
more of the
little bit
good in
more.
the bad.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
appreciate the Mets a little bit more. Like they won 101 fucking games. That's four more than we have ever seen in our lifetime, and that was one other time.
Yeah.
Besides that,
I mean,
we've
I
only
think we
seen
take
290 win teams. Sorry, go on.
painful. I think we take baseball for granted. It's a long season, 162 games plus playoffs plus spring training. I think we take it for granted as a community of baseball fans. I think we take it for granted,
Yep.
and you said it best. We don't really appreciate it that much. Obviously we get angry because that's the fandom, the immense
Yeah.
passion for the game and the
Exactly the
team
passion.
and all that. But I think we just kind of take it as it's baseball season. I missed the game. Oh, I got 150 more. I'm appreciative of the fact that they play 162 games. So if I do miss one, I know there's another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you know what? And here's a hot take that
Hmm.
shouldn't be a hot take. I'm appreciative that we have so much talent in the sport that we can have conversations and rational ones, unlike Ben Verlander, that Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge, who should have won MVP this year. You know, who's the best team in the NL East? Phillies, Braves, Mets. All the best division in baseball. Everybody says it's the AL East, NL, whatever it is. We're able to have these conversations because just how appreciative we are of the game.
Yeah.
But they get so irrational because we don't appreciate it enough.
Right. Yeah.
We're getting real deep, so I hope you all stuck through it. But that being said, there has been some stuff that has gone on, which is good. Which is good. I'm thankful for that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, the offseason started with the qualifying offer deadline and the non-tender
Sir.
deadline. Uh,
Yep. I
some
got the
big
qualify.
names got non-tendered.
I got the qualifying offers list right here. If you want me to
Oh, you
name
got the
them off
list? Go
quick.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
All right. The guys who received a qualifying offer are Tyler Anderson of the Dodgers, Chris Bassett,
So weird.
Z- Xander Bogaerts, Wilson Contreras, Jacob DeGrom, Nathan Evaldi, Aaron Judge, Brandon Nimmo, Jock Peterson, Martin Perez, Anthony Rizzo, Carlos Rodon, Dansby Swanson, and Trey Turner. Two accepted.
A lot of obvious names there, and right, two accepted. It was Jock and Perez, right?
Yes. Which I
Yeah.
was.
Well, and you made a point to me about Perez, which was interesting
What was that?
about his salary.
Yeah, that the most he's ever made was 6 million
The-
in a season. Was that it?
and he's making how much now?
19.65. Yeah.
It's insane.
So
That's insane.
yeah,
I mean, great business decision for him. He
yeah.
probably he wasn't going to get anywhere near that on the market.
No, no, no. He's you know 12, 13, 14, 15 AAV guy. He's a middle back really
Right.
back end rotation guy. And he had a good year this year. Good for
but
him.
a very good one at that.
Yeah, serviceable. He had a good year this year.
Yeah,
I would not put
very
him.
good year.
I don't know where I would put him in ranking wise among starters in the major leagues, but probably wouldn't be top 25. Actually, definitely wouldn't be top 25 off the top of my
No,
head. So
and the
yeah,
QO is what, the top 20 salaries
so yeah,
average, right?
something like that.
Okay.
I don't know the exact thing, but it's
Interesting.
something along the lines of that. So yeah, Perez and Jock both accepted, and the rest
Right
turned them
there.
down. Yeah, the rest turned it down. I mean, appropriate, right? Did you expect anyone else to accept?
I'd say so. Yeah,
Did you
I
accept?
thought Evaldi might
Yeah,
take that.
I was on the same
Uh,
boat.
the only one I knew for sure. Okay.
No, I was just gonna say I was surprised by a few names: Tyler Anderson, uh,
Hmm.
Valdi, Peterson, Perez. Yeah, those guys. I was shocked by them.
Well,
Really,
I told you Perez was going to
you did.
accept that one. Yeah.
I just don't see it as a smart move for the Rangers. He was obviously going to take it, you know. Um,
Right.
and now they're stuck with a guy who's probably going to have a 4.5 ERA, making 19.65 million next year. He's not going to play up to 19.65 million dollars. He's not.
No, and if he does, good for him.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, and that's a great move for the Rangers. But I don't see it working out that way. What were you going to say?
No. No, I mean, we talk about the non-tender deadline. There's a lot of names
Mhm.
that got non-tendered even.
Yeah,
Um,
you
and
got the
obviously the
names.
qualifying offer carries draft for compensation,
Yeah,
but the
but
the
but
non-tender doesn't. They just become free agents.
mhm.
Uh, so some familiar names were non-tendered, uh, including guys like Franchi Cordero, Dom Smith, who we kind of saw that one coming. Uh, Heimer Candelario, Luke Voigt, that was an interesting one to me.
Mhm.
I was very surprised by Luke Voigt.
Were you
Because yeah, because Washington needs a first baseman. They're not in
Joey
the
Meneses?
competitive. What about DH? They're not in that competitive spot yet.
Why pay anybody though? There's no point.
I'm guessing they couldn't trade him for whatever reason.
I guess. I mean, not that he had a good year. How much value you're going to really get back? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Jorge Alfaro was non-tendered. Uh,
Yeah.
Brian
Another.
Anderson ends his 6 years in Miami.
Mhm.
Um,
That's it. Just
you and
six.
I have talked about that. It was 6 years. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we've talked about
I
how
guess
it
that
felt
makes
like
sense.
12 years.
Yeah. It does feel longer, but I guess 6 years kind of makes sense. And he's going into his age
Yeah.
30 season next year. I he's
Mhm.
he could play third base. He could play the corner outfield. It's the the uh the market, which we said last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever this was, is very deep to start. And now it's gotten even deeper. I mean, these guys, sure, they're coming off bad years, but Dom Smith, 2019 and 2020, he had a 150 OPS plus. Cody Bellinger was
2020 received
2019.
down ballot MVP votes.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger was 2019 MVP, NL MVP. Like, and I saw Boris made a comment about the Dodgers non-tendering him, and he was saying how um he had a shoulder injury in 2020 that affected 21, and they think it rolled over into 22. So,
Sounds like the Conforto excuse.
which is why Bellinger is going to be Bellinger has said that he wants a 1-year deal. He doesn't want more than 1
Which
year.
makes sense. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. I
he's a
think
guy where he needs a prove it deal.
yeah. Yeah. You need to prove that you are 2017 to 2019 Cody Bellinger, not 2020 to 2022. So,
Right. It's yeah. And he's got to figure it out wherever he goes. He has to figure it out because if he gets somewhere on a 1-year deal,
mm,
doesn't figure it out, it's going to be a tough road for him to get back to competitive baseball. He
yeah,
will
I
be a
mean,
guy that bounces around teams like the Nationals or so and so, sell
yeah.
tickets, low small market teams.
Yeah, Pirates, Reds. Yeah, he'll be that guy. Marlins. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I mean,
Sad.
we there's we have never seen anything like this. I mean, we're literally talking about a guy who won MVP and
Rookie of the
like
year too.
rookie of the year, MVP, like a tremendous defender, a good base runner. You know, he could play all outfield spots and first base. You know, um, and his bat has just fallen off somehow. It's crazy. I mean, worst thing for him in the future is he becomes a fourth outfielder, bench guy, first base, fourth outfielder kind of guy, um, or on on those bad teams. But uh, I mean, is it possible to be a fluke of that good in 2019? You know, like is that actually
It
possible?
seems hard. Yeah, it seems hard to believe.
Mm,
But we've seen stranger things. I mean,
like what?
baseball is a brutal game.
Yeah.
Baseball giveth and baseball taketh, you know?
Yeah, but I'm saying like we've never seen anybody fall like this.
No,
I mean, you're
no.
going from the top player in the league, one of the top players at least, to a, one of the worst in just a
Yeah.
matter of years, a few years.
The only thing you could think of is Trevor Bauer, but that was all external. It wasn't even talent wise.
Yeah, and I mean, you could actually probably say the opposite. He was not good, and then he became very good. So
Right. And then out of the league because of external factors, not his talent.
yeah, because he's a fucking idiot,
Yeah, well. Um,
and he
yeah, I think
beefs with
that's
the
the only real
commissioner like a
case
fucking
we
moron.
have. Like Trevor, leave all the beefing to with the commissioner to us. We got you, bro.
Yeah.
God.
Uh, who else? Who else got non-tendered? Do we talk about missing someone? Oh, Alex
Uh,
Reyes.
Alex Reyes was the other name. Yes,
Alex Reyes.
he
Hey,
was
good arm.
he was a top prospect.
Yep, top prospect. He was a top top five if I'm not mistaken, maybe even top three.
Hmm.
Um, he was really good, and
I mean, Dom
he has
Smith
a
was a
good
top
arm.
20 prospect,
Yeah,
wasn't he? Yeah.
probably I don't remember, but he was up there. He was a top prospect. All these guys were.
Yeah.
All the guys that we that have been non-tendered were top prospects. So
Here's the biggest one for me,
yeah.
and this is going to affect our fantasy team. Is Heimer Candelario?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
That's our
crazy
guy
to
right
me.
there.
Yeah, we had him 2 years in a row. He was great in
That
2021.
he was projected to make, I think, 6 million. I think Detroit
I
just didn't
think
want to pay
so.
that.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense for Detroit to not want to pay that, you know. Um, but I think last year was a fluke. He was injured on and off throughout the year, and uh, I think it was a fluke. He's a good hitter. I mean, he led the MLB in doubles in 21. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you don't
Wow.
do that by accident. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
no, you don't.
it's not a mistake. That is
It
that.
definitely helps playing in that ballpark, though.
No, definitely. But still, a double's a double. You know, Well, if it was in a different ballpark, what is it? A single, maybe a few of them,
Right.
you know? So,
All I know is the non-tender deadline made a already deep free agent class a whole lot deeper.
yeah.
That's for sure.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
You know, Billy, it's getting cold out.
Mhm.
It really is. But that doesn't mean you have to smell and stop using deodorant or soap. 'Cause you're not just because you're not getting sweaty doesn't mean you're not gonna smell. So don't be so fucking smelly. Get yourself some Soapazon soap. Soapazon.com. Promo code TAP. TAP. 15% off your order. Now, you can subscribe, do a subscription based thing, still get 15% off. Or you can order 1 or 2 bars, 15% off. Actually, you know what? Let me make this really easy for you. Come a little closer. Little closer. 15% off. Soap. You use soap every day in the shower, hopefully. Don't you want to save money? That's what you use every day. Soapazon.com. Promo code TAP. TAP. Go to get yourself some soap. Stop being so fucking smelly. And that means you too, House Steinbrenner. I know you could afford a full price, but I'm giving you the discount.
Very generous of you.
15% off. Soapazon.com. Go get your shit today.
Yeah. Yeah. So how smelly, huh?
Yeah, fucking slimy bastard. He and Steve Cohen had an agreement, or
Mhm.
allegedly, that they're not going to start a bidding war against each other because,
Mhm.
well, let's be real, the Mets don't need Aaron Judge.
Mhm.
Would it be nice? Yes. We don't need him.
Yeah.
What does Hal end up doing?
What did he
Hal's
do?
talking to Brandon Nimmo,
Yep.
obviously doing the due diligence, requesting medicals on Jacob DeGrom. Again, due diligence. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Bassett's an option for the Yankees, honestly. And that's a genuine pairing that I think might work.
I think the Yankees rotation is kind of set though, like
Right.
they only
I
have
do
one
think,
free agent.
right, but I do think that the addition
Mhm.
of Bassett would make it stronger,
Oh yeah,
much more
definitely.
durable,
Hmm.
and more reliable. So it's not a bad fit. It's not the great fit, not a best fit, but definitely an option that shouldn't be ruled out.
Yeah.
Um, I can't see Chris Bassett in those pinstripes though.
Hmm.
Um, that being said, obviously no collusion was found between the Mets and the Yankees on that.
Yes.
That was a big thing, dude. You throw
Hmm.
out that word collusion,
Yeah.
that's the real C word. You can
Oh
say
yeah.
cunt much you want. The real C word is collusion.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit's serious.
Hmm. Yeah.
I
And I have a theory on the whole thing
okay, what
with
you got?
so you know they're being investigated
Mm-hmm.
by MLB, or they were being investigated. And so I think that the Yankees went out and talked to Nimmo and got DeGrom's medical records as like like, hey, see, like there's no collusion. Like, we're talking to their guys, blah, 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 kind of thing. So I think they were getting out ahead of it because, like,
An optics thing.
yeah. And like, they obviously, like, we know way after they know way far before we know that this is happening. So
What, like the Nimmo stuff, like talking to Nimmo, or the
no,
collusion?
no, no, the collusion thing, like they got info on that quick, way
Well,
way before we know.
The Players Association called for that investigation.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a letter to all owners, this and that. And
Mhm.
by the time it gets to the Athletic,
That's what I'm saying.
you know,
Like, the
that's
Mets and
2 or 3
Yankees knew
days.
knew prior
Yeah, of
to
course.
to
And
us.
Steve Cohen and House Steinberg, they're not stupid.
Yeah.
You see that report where Steve Cohen says they enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship, blah blah blah. You have to know that something might come down the line out of that.
Yep. Hmm.
The
Exactly.
ramifications are clear as day. You say something in New York, you're under a spotlight.
Yeah.
Good, bad, irrelevant, you're under a spotlight.
Yeah.
So, that being said, Yankees and Brandon Nimmo, is that a good pairing? I think so.
Yeah. Why
Especially if
not?
they lose Judge. you got to replace him somehow. Brandon Nimmo was second best right there. There are 29 other teams though that want Brandon Nimmo, because who wouldn't? Guy's the most well-rounded center fielder, outfielder on the market. I mean, I think he's a better defender than Judge. Judge obviously has a height, but which definitely helps. Longer strides, can get up above on the wall higher. But Nimmo has progressively gotten better
Yes.
and is constantly improving. We're in this,
Yeah.
what is this, seventh season now? Sixth season
He came
this
up
past year.
in 16.
So this was about sixth season, third or fourth full one. And the first one he's really
Seventh
stayed healthy.
season, but yeah, his first full season really without any health problems or anything.
Right. And you saw just the jump he took. I mean, he's taking the
Yeah,
jump from 20 to 2020 to 21, 21 to 22. He's
that's what
taking
I
that
was gonna
jump.
say. He's gotten better pretty much every year.
Usually you see small increments
Yeah,
here and there,
it is pretty incredible.
but like your sixth to seventh season,
Hmm.
the jump he's made is phenomenal. And
Yeah,
he's a hard worker, does everything right. He's a model that you want on
yeah.
your ball club.
I mean, I always say this. Like me and my dad always say this. Like he is like the ideal player that you want a kid watching. He
Yes,
does everything
100%.
right. He has the best time doing it,
It's like we said with Otani before, just pure joy.
Yeah. Like, dude, when he robbed that home run, right, on September 3rd, I believe it was,
Mm-hmm. Unreal.
like great play already, but when he turned around, like you never see him get passionate like that. And he
No,
turned around and just pumped his fist like that. Like he is a guy that you will root for no matter what team he's on.
right,
You know,
exactly. Unless he goes
he's
to like the Phillies, the Braves, whatever.
I'll still root for him though.
It's a Bryce Harper situation. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, like hey, how do you there's no way that there's anyone that hates Brandon Nimmo. There's no way.
Well, apparently people don't like Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a lot of Pete Alonso hate on Instagram. I thought that was very random.
It's strange. It's definitely strange.
Like he's just a goofy big kid.
He's your generic white guy.
What's to hate about him?
He's got that dad joke vibe before
Yeah,
being a dad.
you, like
He definitely wears New Balances.
I was gonna say he wears dad shoes and jorts, and you know it. You
Well,
know
that's
he
also
rocks
that's the
jorts.
Florida in him too.
But yeah, Brandon Nimmo, model player. A lot of guys could learn a lot from him.
I mean, he was projected to get what you said, 18 or 17.
I think it was 18, 19
That was the
ish.
projections.
Going into the
He'll
off
blow
season,
past that.
he'll blow way past it. He's going to be 25. I mean, he is the only center fielder on the market for the next few
Could
years.
he hit 28?
Um, mm, no, I mean maybe. Yeah, I mean you never know.
Right.
You
If the
know,
right team comes
uh,
along and says, "Hey, we're gonna throw the bag at you,"
he's going to be going to his age 30 next year, age 30 season next year. Um, so I mean it's possible. I mean,
what do you think? A 4 year
uh,
deal?
he could go longer. I think. Um, I could see it 6, 7. Uh, and I think that's probably what will shift the contracts for him is how much
The length,
time, yeah, the length of the contract. You know, you've seen that a lot over the past few years. This guys like Bryce Harper,
right?
he won those extra 3 years. Nationals were going to give him a higher AAV, but the Phillies gave him those extra 3 years to where he was going to be playing into 41, 42,
Something like that. Yeah.
right? So the rest of his career, they gave him the rest of his career, locked him up. That's it. That is that. And yeah,
Yeah. It's
so
free agency is an interesting beast because now you got Cody Bellinger on the market too, who's also could
yeah,
play center field, and
yeah,
obviously Nimmo could help him.
yeah.
Because
They can help
whatever
each other.
Brandon Nimmo gets,
Yeah,
teams gonna be desperate, so that's gonna increase Bellinger's market unless Bellinger signs first. In which
yeah,
case, Bellinger could hurt Nimmo.
or help.
Either one.
Yeah, I mean they're not similar ball players though,
No, not at all.
but in a weird way they kind of are. You know,
Good base runners, good defenders. Yeah,
yeah,
okay. More power and belly, but or
yeah,
potential at least.
but Nimmo has much better eye and higher
Better at the ball
contact, I'm
skills. Yeah.
sure. Um, so
Nemo's not a flash in the pan
yeah,
like Belly seems like he might have been.
yeah. Nimmo's got his tools. They're set. You know what they are. Um, as he gets older and loses some speed, loses a step or two, you
He'll
might
probably
see
bulk up and hit more dingers.
you
And
might see him start hitting a few more home runs.
yeah,
He's a guy he could hit 20 home runs. So
easily.
yeah, so yeah, he's very interesting. And I think he was undervalued, and I think he's going to get a huge payday. So
I know Toronto was looking at him. The Dodgers, who's
Giants,
Giants for the other
Rockies,
team. Well, the Rockies,
um,
yeah. There was one team that was
was it?
shocking. I'm trying to remember which team it
Tigers.
was. The Tigers. That's who it was. Yeah, I think his
That
bat
makes
plays
sense.
well in that ballpark.
That makes
It's a
sense.
large ballpark.
His defense would play well there too. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good fit. And
yeah,
they have Baez there. Torkelson, give him another year, maybe half a year to really
yep.
develop.
You got Riley Green.
hmm There's a lot to like with this Tigers team. Now, are they gonna look to add more payroll this year? Who knows
Yeah,
what they're gonna do? They spent last year with Baez.
yeah.
Um,
It's very very possible. They're still low payroll, so
there's a lot of teams that are very much middle of the pack, could go either way. The Angels, however, are very active.
yes.
Um, they got Tyler Anderson from the Dodgers,
Hmm.
3 years, 39 million. After Anderson declined the QO, they also ended up trading for Hunter Renfroe, which just happened tonight as we started recording,
Yeah,
and Gio Urshela.
yeah,
Um, that's a good three guys to start your off season with. Now, obviously, no big names because nobody signed yet, but we don't know what offers they have out. This is a team that is up for sale,
hmm
so you really didn't know what their off season going to look like. But a team with a lot of holes, not going to trade Shohei. They started off really well. I'm excited to see what the rest of their offseason looks like.
yeah, yeah. And uh, it, they're weird though because they're up for sale. So yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
owners
it'll
don't really
be
want to commit money when they're selling the team. It's interesting.
yeah,
It's
exactly. It's going to be very interesting to see uh what the Angels do for the rest of the off season.
but they're aggressive early.
Yeah.
They do need pitching. There are a bunch of teams that do need pitching, need bullpen help. Like the Astros re-signed Rafael Montero to a large deal, by the way, for a reliever.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
the largest deal for a reliever, which belongs to Edwin Diaz. 5 for 102 there.
Hmm.
But Montero, what was it? 3 years for 30,
30,
35,
34.5.
34 and a half. Yeah. That's a lot more than he should be getting, honestly. That's 11 and a half a
Yeah.
year, I think it comes out to. For a
Yeah.
middle reliever with one good year,
With one good
year and a
year,
half, maybe.
yeah, year and a half, I guess. And he's going into his age 33, unless he has a late birthday, then 32.
Something
Um,
ridiculous.
32, 33 years old. Very odd. But he does randomly throw 100. So,
He always had that capability, but
yeah,
just
fucking,
never had
are you
the
sure?
the command.
I mean, I guess he always had the capability. He's doing it.
Just
But
never had the command. He never had command.
yeah, but when he was with the Mets, he was throwing 91, 92.
He was throwing 80 poo. Fuck.
He was not a flamethrower at all.
Whatever they're
And
doing in Houston, can we just like bottle that up and just figure it out?
And you also got to remember, he was also he was more highly regarded than Jacob DeGrom,
A
which,
lot of guys were.
I
A
mean,
lot of guys were.
yeah, but like, Harvey, Syndergaard, Wheeler, those are expected. Those are high ranked prospects. They were high draft picks.
Right.
Two of them were top 10s. All three were first rounders. Montero, though, to DeGrom, I mean, that's
Yeah, it's
just
crazy. That's
crazy in hindsight.
It's crazy, man.
Both made their
Um,
debut the same year,
Also crazy.
and they're both
Uh,
free agents.
and remember Henry Mejia?
I do.
It's another one. It's another cursed name in Mets history. Um, Another big signing. Guy you mentioned the QOs.
Hmm.
Guy who was offered a qualifying offer decides not to take it, but goes back to the same team. Anthony Rizzo, back to the Yankees, 2 for 30,
34
34.
with an option.
pretty much commits him $40 million even because I think there's a $6 million buyout for the third year or a $16 million option. So he's guaranteed $40 million out of this deal. Good deal. I don't think there's a more perfect fit for player and team than Rizzo and the Yankees. I think it's a
Yeah,
perfect fit.
yeah,
You're not gonna find a better fit,
yeah.
honestly.
He's not a superstar anymore, but he's a leader.
32 home runs this past year, right?
Yeah, he's still he could still
He's not a horrible first baseman defensively. He had a bad year last year, but he's not horrible.
he he's okay. He's good. I
Serviceable.
mean, he's well past overrated, but but he is good. He's good.
Easy guy to like too,
Yeah.
which is good in the clubhouse. Leader. So again, should they lose Judge, you have that leaders there still.
Yep.
Him, DJ LeMahieu,
Stanton.
Stan. Right, exactly. It's a good deal for the Yankees. Good deal for Rizzo.
Yep.
Again, and it helps that Rizzo and Judge are like that. They're mad close, so
Yeah.
maybe a bit of a gamesmanship there, a little gamesmanship move, trying to bring
Maybe.
Judge back. But Judge is in San Francisco this week,
Yep.
meeting with quote unquote friends and family.
And then today
The
he met
wink
with the
heard
Giants.
round the world.
Well, it was confirmed that he was meeting with the Giants
Well,
today,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. I mean, the Giants have been linked to him for God knows how long.
I mean, yeah. I'm, it's a match
I
made
mean,
in heaven.
let's be real. If you're an MLB team and you don't request a meeting with Aaron Judge, what are you doing? Are you in to win it? Like, come on.
I mean, who doesn't at least check in?
Unless you're the Reds when you don't have the actual money for it, but
Even if, why not?
right.
You never know. Maybe he fucking loves Cincinnati.
2-year deal, $90 million a year.
Maybe.
Half your net worth out
that that's
to one guy.
that's triple their payroll from this past year. But okay.
Same.
But
Jerry Dipoto got active.
well, yes.
Man, does that guy love making
Oh,
trades.
by the way, I wanted to
got?
say this that I just saw this the other day. No right-handed hitter has ever hit a home run into McCovey Cove. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. I was shocked to see that. I don't know if it's true.
It
I
makes
didn't
sense to an
I
extent.
didn't do the research. Yeah, it's definitely hard to do, but Judge would be the first one. The Yankees play the Giants opening day, don't they?
I think it's some weird shit this year.
I'm gonna check right now.
Because
Go
of the
on.
new schedule, a lot of things are a little weird.
Go
I
on
think
with
the
what
Yankees
you're
are
gonna
out
say next.
are there early. But yeah, Jerry Dipoto getting busy. He doesn't like really signing many free agents. He does love trades.
They are playing the Yankees.
So weird.
In the Bronx.
Okay.
So Aaron, don't worry, Yankee fans. You will see Aaron Judge on opening day.
Wow. That's
What?
wild.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. So
Yo, MLB, can we talk for a sec?
the three biggest
What do you know?
The three biggest players for Aaron Judge: Yankees, Giants, Dodgers, and no matter what, Aaron Judge will play in the Bronx at some point this year. Actually, no matter what, he will because every team's playing every team this year. So
At MLB, what do you know? Can we get the scoop? We've been nothing but nice to Manfred since the lockout ended. Please. No, Teoscar Hernandez going to Seattle.
Yes.
For a couple pitchers.
Yep.
What do you think of that one? Because that was a strange one. I don't know what Toronto's really doing over there. Because they traded Hernandez, which means they'd have an outfield spot now. Springer in center. Belly's a good fit there. Obviously Nimmo, but again with Springer in center, you can move him to the right. You can move Nimmo to the right. There's a lot you could do there.
Mm-hmm.
But Hernandez is an all-star.
And left field is open.
True, they got rid of Tapia too. They non-tendered him.
Yep.
But no, they left field's open.
Well, Hernandez was mostly DHing. No.
I think he was a little bit of both. Mostly DH though. I think, yeah.
Either way, big bat to lose. And
especially in that lineup too.
For Eric Swanson and Adam Macko. I mean, I know the Blue Jays desperately need better bullpen. They need.
And Swanson's not a bad arm.
Yeah, they need bullpen help. So I get it. but
That's a steep price to pay.
weird. Yeah.
Steep price
I
to
mean,
pay.
guy who has a lot of power and he's, a good bat. Hmm. Weird trade.
Well, I mean, to me, it just signals the end of either Adam Frazier and or Jesse Winker in Seattle.
Well, Adam Frazier's a free agent, isn't he? Isn't
I
he?
think so, but I don't think they're going to bring him back.
They're not going to bring him back. No.
He's an interesting case for free agency wise because he could play everywhere.
Yeah. Play outfield.
Yeah, he's going to be an interesting one to watch. He might end up like on a team like the Reds or some random wacko team.
And if you look at his career, he's an every other year player. You know how
Someone's getting a good
there's
year
those
next year.
guys. So yeah, there's a good chance that you get
I'll take him on a 1 year deal.
pretty good year.
Yo, Mets, what's up?
Where are you putting him?
That's the problem. But yeah, no, I think listen, that Mariners lineup just got a lot better with Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
You have protection for Julio. Cal Raleigh doesn't have to have that much pressure on him. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cal Raleigh can definitely be the protection for Julio if need be. But there's not that much pressure for it. You can play a little looser and don't have to worry about it.
Mhm.
Who else? I mean, they traded Kyle Lewis. Totally forgot he existed. He went to Arizona
Yeah.
for the OG slap. Right? That was him?
No.
Who tried to trade for the slap dick?
That was the Marlins. What's his name? The Marlins and the Rays trade. It was an irrelevant trade.
Oh,
Chargois,
Charger. Yeah.
however the fuck you say that
He was a
French
slap
fucker's
dick?
name. No. Edwards.
Oh, Xavier Edwards, yeah.
Yeah. Who went to the Marlins. He was with
Yeah.
the Rays. Yeah.
There's a lot of little shit going on,
Got traded
but
for
a lot
Tommy
of
Pham.
yeah.
What was that, 2019?
I don't even know. A lot of little shit going on. Not much
Yeah.
really newsworthy, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Teoscar was the
That's the big one.
biggest trade. So
Yeah. I mean, I guess the biggest news so far is, at least recently, is the Hall of Fame ballot got released,
yes.
which you and I love because Hall of Fame time from the end of November to the beginning of January, you and I just will consistently debate cases of guys who are on the ballot, who could be on the ballot in the next couple of years, who should be on the ballot that are active. You and I will go back and forth. Mac will throw a couple curveballs in there. The Hall of Fame ballot's looking pretty fucking weak this year.
I mean, is it?
I'm a guy who uses 10 votes, right? I'm one of those 10 votes, get him to 5%, whatever it is. I only think I'm going to use 8 this year for my ballot.
Well, you've only ever one time voted for steroid guys, so that's probably why.
Right, that was last year.
Guys. Yeah.
But I've used all 10 each of those years.
Well, yeah.
I've used 10 votes not voting for steroid guys.
Let's see. Who did you vote for 2 years ago?
Um,
You had Bobby Abreu, Todd Helton, Tim Hudson, Torrey Hunter.
2 years ago?
Yep. Andrew Jones, Jeff Kent, Scott Rowland, Kurt Schilling, Omar Vizquel, and Billy Wagner. So now, though, even if it was the same ballot, now
I still like that ballot.
You would if you went backwards back then, you would do 9 because you would have dropped Vizquel.
Right, I dropped Vizquel.
I mean, maybe there was someone else. I don't have the ballot. I just have our actual
I don't have
picks.
The full ballot. Let me see.
Actually, I do have the full ballot
from 2020.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else would I maybe have added?
Yeah, 2020.
I probably would have given Paul Konerko a vote. Yeah, it would have been Paul Konerko.
Oh, maybe this isn't for. Maybe this is. Oh, it's 2021.
Oh, I don't have that ballot. I don't think.
Yeah, not the Jeter year.
The year after, yeah, I don't have that ballot in front of me.
So your options would have been Manny Ramirez, Gary Sheffield, Sammy Sosa, Andy Pettit, AJ Burnett, Nick Swisher, Shane Victorino, Michael Kadire, Dan Herron, LaTroy Hawkins, and Aramis Ramirez.
Oh, come on. You know I'm giving Nick Swisher that vote. Mac has rubbed off on me.
No, I think. Well,
No.
you've.
I would probably give it to Pettit. which is
Who'd you vote for
kind of
last
contradicts
year?
my my PED statement. But he owned up to it.
But you voted for Bonds and Ortiz last year.
I did. Last year was my first year voting for steroid accused players. Now, again, obviously, my vote means nothing. But
No, yeah, obviously. But yeah,
by the way, if you ever felt like your vote means nothing, you should vote on our Google Forms, which is in the link in all our bios,
I'll throw down below.
and down below. You can have your voice heard because obviously the Hall of Fame, this game is nothing without the fans, and the Hall of Fame makes it known. I was at the Hall of Fame back in August. I highly recommend taking a trip to Cooperstown if you have the chance to. The Hall of Fame is nothing without the fans of baseball. The game is nothing without the fans. Have your voice heard. I think we're the only podcast I've seen that does this too.
I have never seen anyone else do it.
And this is our third year doing this.
Well, we've done it every year.
Right. Except our first season, which we started on Hall of Fame Day.
Yeah.
So, I haven't seen another podcast do this. So I think we're the only podcast out there that allows the fans to truly tell us who they think belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We get some very interesting ballots.
Got some early results right now.
Yeah. Well, we can hold off on that. Just, if you want to give a little quick teaser, but no unanimous ballots this year. I know that.
No unanimous. We have, as of right now, we have 3 that would be inducted.
And how many ballots do we currently have?
We are at 44 right now.
Hell yeah.
We put
this the strongest showing we've had so far. And we just released a ballot, what, last 2 days ago?
Last night.
Oh, we put out last night.
Yep.
So in about 24 hours, we've had 44 ballots.
Yes.
I want to know. I'll make this challenge.
3.
Let's see if we can get 100 ballots this year.
100.
Our record is 50. Let's see if we can double that. That was 2 years ago.
Looks like we're going to definitely surpass the 50. I mean,
now there are I think 32 or 38 new voters in the BBWAA, which I think brings it to around 345 total. Given some guys lose ballots, don't whatever. How cool would it be if we can compete with those kind of numbers?
Yeah,
it'd be pretty damn cool.
I mean, how many of these people are? Actually, I was going to say how many of these people are qualified. They're just as qualified as the writers. The writers,
exactly. We all have we all have access to the same numbers.
Yeah.
The same highlights.
Yeah.
What's obviously you don't want to have the fans voting on the Hall of Fame and who's immortal, obviously, just because then you get guys like JJ Hardy, who's on the ballot this year.
Yeah.
Could get 80% of the vote. That's fan base dependent,
Yeah, no.
Not to say JJ Hardy had a bad career.
You can't do fan. You can't do it by the fans, though. I do think it should be something with players and former
like
players.
A Hall of Fame committee.
Yes.
Which is what they have for all these other eras.
Yeah.
By the way, Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, all of them are on that modern era.
Something like that, yeah. Mattingly.
Yeah, Keith got left off. Fucking shame.
Yeah. He'll be on the next one, I think.
Listen, I hate Keith, but I will still advocate for him being in the Hall of Fame.
I've grown on a little. He's grown a little on me. So
yeah. But no, that being said, if you want your voice heard, whoever will hear it, we'll hear it. Down below, link in our bios, link down below. Fill out it's a Google form. It takes 5 minutes tops.
If that, I mean,
unless you want to put the work in and do the research, which
that's what I was gonna say.
Would love to see that. Yeah, fill out your ballot, send it to us. We will reveal all ballots around the same time that the Hall of Fame will reveal who gets inducted. So we have a couple months. We're gonna push it. Let's get to 100. We're at 44 right now. You said after 24 hours, which is a strong showing.
Not even. I put it up at like 12:30 last night. So.
Oh shit. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah. This should be fun.
Yeah.
Any early I guess sneak peeks into your ballot that you might want to tease a little bit? The first timers are weak, I think. There's only one real first timer with strong case.
I actually changed my ballot from the one that I sent you.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I believe I sent you one with 8.
Let me see if I can find it.
You're gonna have to confirm that real quick. I believe I gave you just 8. Because what did I do last year? Last year, I did all 10.
2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, you gave me 8.
So last year, I had Bobby Abreu, Barry Bonds, Clemens, Helton, Jones, Kent, Pettit, Rowland, Schilling, Wagner. Um,
Strong ballot. Strong ballot.
so I lost Schilling, Bonds, Clemens.
As we all
Um,
did. Yep. Yeah, it's not as cluttered of a
so
ballot this year.
my sneak peek will be that besides those 3, I kept all the rest, and I
And you used all
added.
10 votes?
I did use all 10.
Okay.
I changed my mind. Um, and it was based on because I wasn't going to, but then
I gotta look to see who you might even have voted for.
it was based on here you go. This might give it away to you. Based on who got elected in last year is what changed my mind.
Okay. I think I have an idea.
What do you think?
I think you voted for Arod.
Okay.
I think you voted for Manny.
Okay.
Um, I think you added Sheffield.
And took
I
out
think
who? I had
what
8. I
you
added 2.
you added 2. Ooh. I think you voted for 2 of those 3.
Okay.
I think you added steroid guys.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, because if you recall, my previous rule was last year on the ballot, let them just suffer for 10 years, let them get in on the last one.
mhm.
Um, but
Jeff Kent's the only guy who's in his last year on the ballot, by the way.
yes, yeah,
And it's criminal. He hasn't
it
gotten in
is,
yet.
it is, it is, and I could make 1.5 million cases for Jeff Kent, and I think you are out of your mind if you are not voting for him. Um, yeah,
There's a lot of cases to be made in general. I know the Wagner case is going to be very interesting. I know a lot of Yankee fans have the standard as Mariano Rivera,
mm-hmm.
and that's kind of what they hold. So it's very interesting. Wagner's case.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, it's not a cluttered ballot like we've seen in the last 10 years over the last 10 years. A lot of guys make the jump when the ballot thins out. Scott Rowland could be a guy who could jump from I think 62% to the
Yeah, something
75%
like that.
threshold.
Yeah,
Todd Helton could jump 25% and make the hole this year.
mm-hmm.
This is a that's why I say in terms of a weak ballot. So I'll just run through the list real quick of names.
Sure.
Uh, we'll go alphabetical.
Yep.
Bobby Abreu, Ronson Arroyo in his first year. By the way, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Love that leg kick.
Fuck yeah. Carlos Beltran, he's got one of the most interesting cases on the ballot with the Astro scandal. How much will that hurt him? Mark Burley, somehow he stayed on the ballot. Matt Cain, R.A. Dickey, Jacoby Ellsbury, Andre Ethier, J.J. Hardy, all in their first year of eligibility.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Helton, Torrey Hunter, Andrew Jones, Jeff Kent in his 10th year, John Lackey, Mike Napoli, Johnny fucking Peralta. Those 3 guys in their first year. Andy Pettit, Manny Ramirez, Alex Rodriguez, Francisco Rodriguez, K-Rod, in his first year. Scott Rowland, Jimmy Rollins, Gary Sheffield, Houston Street in his first year of eligibility. Omar Vizquel, Billy Wagner, and the last 2 are guys in their first year of eligibility, Jared Weaver and Jason Worth.
Yep.
Let me ask you this. Now, I've been wanting to ask you this for a little bit.
All right.
Is R.A. Dickey on the ballot because of those 2 years of the Mets?
Well, you're on the ballot if you reach 10 years of
No,
service.
they thin it out.
What?
Not everybody who reaches 10 years of service gets the ballot. They obviously thin it out a little bit.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So what's qualifications then?
Well, I don't know, but this is like the selection committee. They select who's on the ballot, I guess, and the
Oh,
writers
really?
choose. I think so. Yeah.
So that's interesting because Ari Dickey, yeah, he only had like 2 good years, 3
2 or
good
3 good
years.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about a true peak guy.
I mean, that 2012 was
was
was a very
special.
magical season. So
That knuckleball was floating, man.
yeah.
Um, I mean, let's stick with the Hall of Fame real quick. Obviously, that's the
Okay.
ballot that you guys could choose from. Pete Rose sent a letter to Rob Manfred
Yeah.
recently. Really, this is the most apologetic we've seen Pete Rose for betting on baseball.
Mhm.
As a manager of the Reds way back when, banned for life. He said how much it means to him playing the game, being around the teammates, what the game means to him. He also made a mention of how much it would mean to be considered for the Hall of Fame, not in the Hall of Fame, but just to be considered, because obviously, the Hit King, what he's done in his playing career, Hall of Fame worthy. I mean, the guy should be in first ballot. He's what, 86 now, 87.
Yeah, he's in his 80s.
He's in his 80s. Obviously, the remorse is there now. Maybe too little, too late.
Wait, is he in his 80s?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I think so. I think I saw someone. He's like 86, 84 maybe.
Because didn't he play into the 80s?
Dude, that was
I'm gonna,
40
I'm
years
gonna,
ago.
I'm gonna check.
That was 40 years ago.
Yeah, but like deep in, he's 81.
81. Okay. All right. He's
Yeah,
not
I
dead
was
yet.
thinking 87 is because if he
I
was
don't know. I saw something he was
87,
like 84. Yeah, somewhere between 84 and 87.
because if he was 87, I'm pretty sure he played in like 1986. If he was 87, he was fucking 50.
Hey, man, Julio Franco, Anyway,
Go on.
really
Yeah,
showing remorse.
86 is his final year at 45.
Yeah. Really showing remorse, though. Um, and Manfred replied saying, the last time Pete Rose asked for reinstatement, he felt that it's a hard line. Betting on baseball is a non starter. And really, the conditions that Bud Selig laid out was remorse. Manfred has a little harder line for Pete Rose, but he did say that the line between banishment for life from the game of baseball and the Hall of Fame are different and should be considered as separate.
I agree.
Manfred is on the board of directors or whatever the board for the Hall of Fame, but said he won't spearhead those talks. He won't be the one to bring those to the forefront of the conversation. So let
Yeah.
me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Will Pete Rose make the Hall of Fame before he passes away?
Probably not.
I have to agree. It's a shame.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So now there are three things that have come up to deter players from becoming Hall of Famers.
Okay.
The betting,
Mm-hmm.
Pete Rose,
Gambling, yep.
gambling,
Which is weird, and I'll get to that in a little bit.
PEDs,
Correct.
steroids,
Yep.
and now the sign stealing scandal.
Right. Beltron's going to face this nonstop for the next few months.
So, do you think that they all carry that same weight of that you should not be in the Hall of Fame because of these things? And I know one of the qualifications for the Hall of Fame is the integrity and sportsmanship and character and stuff like that.
Right.
And
And then that's
I get
definitely a
that
good
those
thing for them to
three
have.
break them. But my thing with Pete Rose is he was doing this as a manager. So why does it affect his playing candidacy? You know what I
Well,
mean?
and here's the thing, you want to talk about character in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
guys like Ty Cobb in the fucking Hall of Fame. Ty
He's a
Cobb was the
legend.
biggest piece of shit in the world.
Legend.
Great ball player.
Yeah.
Biggest piece of shit in the world.
Oh yeah. I love the way he slid. Fucking
Right. But that
spiked the
that was
ankles.
the time then. But he was the biggest
Gangster.
piece of shit in the world.
Gangster.
So there obviously is breaks in character.
I
And
mean,
obviously the character aspect has been considered a lot more in recent years
yeah.
with Omar Vizquel coming to the forefront. Most notably with his allegations, which I don't know if they've been proven. Everything's kind of fallen off the map there.
Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling is just strictly his politics.
I know, but they cite that as his character.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's his post playing career. Schilling is like
Schilling is an anomaly. That should not be.
Blasphemous. Like
Yeah.
the fact that these writers are so pussy that they care about what he says on his Twitter, what
And
his
he got
tweets
like
say.
70% of the vote, 60% of the
Yeah.
vote. Like
Yeah.
the numbers don't lie there. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
I think you can rank the three, honestly.
I
You can
mean,
rank the three in terms of most damning to least.
huh?
I'm going to say the most damning would be betting on baseball as a player,
Okay.
which Pete Rose didn't do.
So Michael Jordan, right? Dude was a severe addict of gambling.
Okay.
He gambled on basketball like it was his actual fucking job over playing basketball. But look at him. Look at how he's revered. The NBA protected him like there was no other.
Right.
If they
Major League
didn't,
Baseball did not protect Pete Rose.
did not protect him. Major League Baseball does not protect the players. They
No, not
go
at all.
they go after the players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But no,
So
I think gambling as a player, because obviously that affects the outcome, that affects the product on the field,
so
stuff like that,
the
in a
blacks
negative way.
the
Correct.
Black Sox scandal.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, if you're proven as innocent, such as Shoeless Joe was, you should be considered for
Yeah, it's
eligibility.
still crazy to me that he's not a Hall of Famer.
Eligibility, right? There.
Huh?
Second, I'm going to go with PEDs. Here's the thing, though. The only reason I'm putting that second is because the sign stealing thing is a new aspect of this.
Mm-hmm.
Only one team was really caught heavy-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Red Sox and Yankees both paid fines
Different though.
for
Those Apple
various
Watch
right for
things.
various offenses. But this was the first large-scale cheating scandal since the PEDs. Um, and you and I talked about this countless times how Beltran's been the only one punished out of any of the players, and he's definitely gotten his fair share of criticism, and then some.
Mm-hmm.
He lost the managerial job. Now, this guy was
Yeah.
destined to be a great MLB manager,
Yeah.
a baseball lifer.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that this is what he was going to do,
Yeah.
and he got that ripped away from him because someone cited him. Now, all players were granted anonymity as well, and
Unity.
immunity. That's the word I was thinking of. Anonymity and immunity. Beltran got neither. Beltran was outed
Mm-hmm.
and punished. Whereas, obviously Correa's incriminated himself. Altuve, people have given him shit whether or not he did or didn't do. Again,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know the nitty gritty details. We know we can assume. Beltran's the only one who's been punished, and I think he's been punished enough. Personally, I think the guy belongs in the hall. I think because it's a new age issue that happened once and it was handled swiftly with a heavy hand, case closed.
Yep.
And that goes for the Astros moving forward as well.
Yeah.
I think it's time we drop it. Yes, it happened.
So
There's no denying it happened.
mm-hmm.
Move on. This is a new Astros regime, new Astros front office, especially now James Click leaving.
Okay, this is a different conversation.
No. But I'm saying the fact that we're still harping on this, and the one player who's named in this whole thing is now up for baseball immortality, and he's gonna get punished again.
Yeah.
That was a long-winded rant saying I'm probably voting for Beltran.
AJ Hinch got a job. He's manager of the Tigers.
It happened right under his nose. Alex Cora served a suspension.
Alex Cora, who is supposedly the mastermind behind it, back managing the Red Sox.
Fucking wild.
Every other player who
Correa got paid.
Marwin Gonzalez is still there. Yuli Gurriel still playing. Altuve, Springer.
Bregman.
The list goes
all
on.
those guys.
Bregman. The list goes on. Every
Jake
player.
Marisnick, not so much, but
Yeah, it's really just the starters, right?
Yeah.
And if Beltran does not get in, one, I mean, I already do not believe in these 300 plus writers who get a vote. Um, they are fucking stupid. They vote with emotion and
And
their
with it,
heart.
yeah,
Mhm.
and they don't vote with much baseball sense either.
Clearly, I mean, a lot of them
Like, how many
clearly
English
are
majors do you know that play baseball?
none.
Yeah, there you go.
So, a lot of them, like, a lot of them still vote with the thought of career superlatives and, uh, the final, totals. When we realize that doesn't mean he was a great player, you know,
Right.
necessarily. I mean, of course, it helps if you, have those, 3,000 hits, 500 home runs, et cetera, et cetera. But
Right. The
Beltran,
benchmark numbers are there for a reason.
yeah, but Beltran is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is a easily, definitely a top 10 center fielder ever,
And that's the other
maybe even
thing.
top five.
Mhm.
Switch hitter, power, speed, gold glove defense.
Represented several organizations with class and dignity.
Yeah. He
Now, good. Sorry.
just the to penalize this guy over the final year of his career, over just 162 games out of the thousands that he had played, and you're going to penalize him for that 1 year. You need to get your brain checked. You need to get an MRI. You might have CTE. Do not go in a pool down in Florida. We will see the video. Your friends will be laughing at you.
Anyway,
Do, do
anyway. No, I mean, you made a good point.
I hate you?
You made a good.
Yeah.
Also, hang on.
Yeah.
Those guys who, if you submit an empty ballot to our forum,
It's getting deleted.
we don't like you.
It's getting deleted.
I don't know about deleting it, but we don't like you.
I'm deleting it.
Okay.
You
Um,
there is never a valid reason to vote nobody. Never. You want to vote one? Okay.
if you
Two?
want to
Sure.
vote somebody to stay on the ballot, give them a chance. Anyway, you made a great point though. The top 10 center fielder of all time. And I saw I think it was Jason Stark who said this. He and Brian Kenny were having a conversation.
That will be now.
Yeah, the top
Fair
10
to
at each
show.
position belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Okay. It's already criminal that Jim Edmonds was a one and done guy.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Carlos Beltran, who was arguably better than Jim Edmonds,
It was better.
is going to be suffering on the ballot for X, Y, and Z, however many years because of 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Beltran will get in eventually
I if
because
he doesn't,
you had a guy
then
like,
the Hall of Fame is nothing. If it,
well, you had guys with positive PED tests in David Ortiz. You have,
well,
hang on,
claimed
alleged steroid user Mike Piazza, which I don't think that happened.
Pudge Rodriguez,
Pudge, yep. Pedro was alleged, I think, at one point.
was he?
I think
Oh, I
maybe late in
never
his
heard that.
career. I don't know. I could be wrong. Totally off. It's possible. I know there was a pitcher who was alleged somewhere that was. I don't think he proved it, but
Yeah.
um,
There are.
Bonds stayed on the ballot. Bonds, Sosa, Clemens all stayed on the ballot
Yep.
for 10 years, upper 50s, 60s, even 70% of the vote.
Mm-hmm.
These guys literally altered their bodies to get a competitive advantage
Years.
for
Years of their
years,
career.
years, and won awards. Listen, and I know we've talked about the sign stealing because obviously it changed some guys' careers, sent them back to the minors. They were out of baseballs and that. If you're facing Sammy Sosa 19 times in a year, and how many times are you allowing a dinger to him? You're not playing in a game again. It same thing applies. We don't really translate to the two situations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all I'm going to say is going to be a very, very interesting case to watch this first year unfold. And if he doesn't get in, next year's going to be even more interesting.
Yeah.
Because this is a very stripped down ballot. Obviously, losing Clemens, Schilling, Bonds, and Sosa. I mean, you heard the names.
Yeah.
Jared Weaver. Nothing against him. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I
Jason
agree.
Worth.
I agree.
Phillies fans call him Jason Worthless.
Hey, that was our thing.
Hey,
Started that first.
Either way.
Oh wait.
Either way. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against those guys, but come on.
No, I agree.
Like Scott Rowland should get in this year. If the writers fail to elect anyone this year, another massive stain on their credibility.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I
This has
mean,
been a long ass rant, by the way.
yeah, it has, but there are, I would say, 5 guys I confidently say 100% belong in the Hall of Fame.
And who? I mean, actually, I'll give away your vote, but go ahead if you want to.
You already know. Beltran, Helton, Jones, Kent, Roland, and Wagner. So 6.
Yeah.
All of them.
No, I agree.
I think that they are all Hall of Famers, 100%.
Yeah, the Andrew Jones one is fucking mind-boggling.
He's probably the most fringe out of that list, honestly.
Right, and that's 434 home runs. You're talking fringe.
Yeah, he is. But
Fred McGriff should be in also.
Yeah.
Guys like that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They've botched it so many times. Like how is it even a surprise anymore? Honestly,
right. And my thing is, if you value defense, you have Ozzie Smith in, right? Ozzie Smith's a Hall of Famer. Yep. That's straight defense. Jim Edmonds, not a Hall of Famer. Keith Hernandez, not a Hall of Famer.
Different
straight
time.
Defensive players.
I mean, Keith. It's because he was playing shortstop. That's really why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, when you're playing
Don
that
Mattingly,
level at shortstop, I mean, we could list millions.
If anything, Don Mattingly should be as a manager. The stability he brought to the fucking Marlins alone, unreal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Submit your Hall of Fame ballots, link down below, and in all the bios of all social medias.
Yep.
Let's get the ballot count to 100. We're at 44 through 24 hours. Run it up. Send it to your friends. You don't have to put your email if you don't want to, but we do recommend you do. Won't tell you why yet, but you'll see if you put your email. What else?
Max Constanza.
Hey. Check it out on the Power Play. Hockey guys are killing it. Yes, they're dropping episode 99, the Wayne Gretzky episode, on the 24th, the day before Thanksgiving. 23rd, sorry, the day before Thanksgiving. And happy birthday to Adam, whose birthday is on Thanksgiving, and to Brian, whose birthday is Sunday.
Oh, happy birthday, boys.
Happy birthday to the boys. They're killing it over there as usual. Jumped on the podcast, do a little trivia with them. So check them out. I'm trying to get them onto TikTok. I really am. I think they might be doing it soon. Oh, we'll see. Listen, by the way, check out the Take a Pitch TikTok. We are going to put more and more out there as the off season goes on. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok.
All of it.
Everything. OnlyFans at Take a Pitch. I mean, sorry, not OnlyFans yet. I mean, what? Well, who knows? Maybe some filthy pitch grips. Who knows? I'm surprised Pitching Ninja has not done OnlyFans yet. Because some of the shit he posts on Twitter is fucking filthy.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
So yeah, follow us all at Take a Pitch. If you want to Venmo us, let us know. PayPal, let us know. Check out the merch in our bio. Black Friday sale coming up. Stay on the lookout for our Black Friday codes.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna be dropping a couple different codes. We'll see. We'll scatter them throughout the weekend. Cyber Monday. You're gonna want to keep an eye on the socials. Big things are happening here in Take a Pitch. The all season's just beginning. Get your Hall of Fame ballots in. Buy some merch. Peace.
Peace.
It's Tito Made.
Yee yee yee.